This when they told me she was dead. I've been dealing with it every day of my life. Just seeing my mama lay there and not coming back home with me. It was the food that made me feel better. I was going to drop out of school, but my godmother got a hold of me and made me finish.
I know I'm eating unhealthy.
Words can't even explain how much I hate being in this bed. I need to be taken care of 24/7 because I can't do anything for myself. It's all because of my weight, but we got really close. And I told him, I'm going to send you a picture of it. I understand if you never want to talk to me again.
Brace yourself for this. Lupe spills the tea on her stress-eating saga, confessing to scarfing down up to 30,000 calories daily as her comfort blanket. This unhealthy habit has left her bedridden and desperate for a change. She's hitting the panic button, ready to ditch her old ways and throw down in the battle of her life, revealing just how dire her health has gotten. As Lupe lays it out, if she doesn't flip the script pronto, she might be out of time. Stick around, the roller coaster is just taking off.
When I get stressed, I just have to find something I want to eat as quickly as possible. But I know these have to be my last unhealthy meals. Once I get to Dr. Now, I have to give up all this because I'm ready to fight for my life.
This part hits hard, folks. Lupe paints a grim picture of the toll her weight has taken, touching on everything from her heart to her mobility. She's feeling more helpless by the minute, practically a prisoner in her own body. A harrowing flashback takes us 10 years back to a life or death moment, a diabetic coma that forced doctors to perform a tracheotomy just to keep her breathing. Since that scare, she hasn't walked independently, marking a decade of severe limitations and health scares. You think that was intense? Just wait till you see what's next.
I'm in pain and I feel helpless, worthless.
The blood glucose is 423.
Dang, 423.
Because of my weight, I am diabetic, and what scares me the most is that my kidneys will fail again.
I've already got into a diabetic coma, and there was so much fat around my neck, it was suffocating me. So they had to do a tracheotomy just so I could breathe.
You've got to see this to believe it. Trapped in her bed, which doubles as her entire world, Lupe shares her profound disdain for her confined life and her dependency on round-the-clock care. She feels downright humiliated and unworthy of her husband Gilbert's devotion. Gilbert chimes in with his side of the story, talking about the toll it's taken on their marriage. Forget intimacy, they're struggling with basic coexistence. Despite the grim setup, Gilbert's dedication shines through, highlighting the complex emotional bonds that keep him anchored to Lupe. Up next, things heat up even more.
Words can't even explain how much I hate being in this bed. I need to be taken care of 24/7 because I can't do anything for myself.
You bad?
Yeah, my husband Gilbert is my caretaker. He can't have a full-time job because he takes care of me all the time.
I feel helpless. It's just me taking care of her more than us having a marriage, you know.
This segment is a real nail-biter. Lupe and Gilbert open up about her comfort eating and their mutual fear of losing one another if she can't get her weight under control. Gilbert admits he's at his wit's end. Then, bam! A potential health crisis with Lupe's leg sends them scrambling to call their doctor, who urgently directs them to the ER, fearing a blood clot. Rushed to the hospital, the anxiety skyrockets over the looming threat of a serious medical complication due to her condition. Don't move a muscle. There's more drama ahead.
Food is my comfort, and I'm scared not having it there.
I love her to death and I do not want to lose her. I don't, but I need her to lose this weight because it's killing the both of us and I don't know what to do. I kind of worry about it. She's having like problems with her left leg and I think she might have a blood clot in her.
Talk about a turning point. At the hospital, doctors confirm no blood clots, but her heart is barely hanging on at 35% capacity. They make it crystal clear she needs a lifestyle overhaul, stat. During a heart-to-heart with the doctor, Lupe's deadly diet comes under scrutiny, heavily enabled by her nearest and dearest. Yes, including Gilbert. A serious convo unfolds about the toxic cycle in her relationship with Gilbert, who, despite his love, is unknowingly helping dig her grave by keeping her supplied with food. And guess what? The twists keep coming.
About 35% capacity right now. She's lucky. If our ride was 2 to 3 hours longer, she would not have survived. Her heart is literally being smothered under the weight of her body. What seems to be your biggest challenge with your eating habit?
I'm an emotional eater. I get bad anxiety, and then I'll eat food until I get sick.
Who brings you the food?
My husband, my family.
They don't realize that.
Can you believe this glow up? Christina Christina dishes on the 2 years post-weight loss surgery, marveling at the unexpected joys life now holds. From depending on her family for everything to basking in her newfound independence, she's relishing her escape from her previous confines. This transition marks not just a physical, but a monumental personal renaissance. You'll want to stick around to see how she tackles life's menu next.
It's been 2 years since I had weight loss surgery, and I would have never imagined life could be so great. I've gained a whole new independence, and I finally moved out from my family's house. They had to do everything for me.
I have to have help getting dressed or getting up out of bed, being put in bed.
And it's been a year since I finalized the divorce with my ex-husband. Our relationship centered on him enabling me.
Heartstrings alert. Now cohabitating with her longtime boyfriend Shane, who recently moved in, Christina cherishes the evolved, supportive dynamic they share. Having been a pillar during her heaviest times, Shane's continued support plays a starring role in her ongoing saga. Their love story adds a warm layer to her transformation tale. Peep what's next as their relationship blossoms on screen.
I'm currently living with my boyfriend Shane. He moved in about a month ago.
Hey. Wanna jump in?
Yeah. Shane and I have been friends for 8 years. He knew me at my biggest and was also really supportive of me. After dating for a while, things got serious, and I asked him to move in with me.
We've gotten to know each other on a really deep level, just open up to each other, and we'll...
Big steps ahead. With approval for arm skin surgery in hand, Christina is hopeful this next procedure will polish her self-image to match her internal makeover. The surgery stands as a beacon of change, promising to slice away the physical remnants of her past. This moment is a critical pivot point in her journey. Keep your eyes peeled. The post-op reveal is just around the corner, and it's a doozy. Surgery day is here. No backing out now.
And now that I can, I still don't feel normal. But Dr. Now has approved me for skin surgery on my arms. So I'm really hoping that helps me finally be happy with how I look. It's really hard for me to be present when I'm out in public because I'm so distracted with the way my body looks. I'm hoping that once the surgery is out of the way and I feel better about my body.
Mixed with nerves and steely resolve, Christina faces her skin removal surgery, aiming to shed the physical burdens of her former self. It's a tangible step towards aligning her outer look with her inner sparkle. The emotional and physical stakes are sky high. The aftermath, it's a roller coaster, and you're in the front seat.
I am having surgery to have the extra skin on my arms removed. I've been working really hard to lose the weight by watching what I'm eating, and I'm anxious to move forward with this next step.
Are you very nervous, baby?
No. In my head, I'm still 708 pounds. I'm still really insecure about the extra skin, and the more weight I lose, the more skin there is.
Post-op isn't all smooth sailing. After the surgery, Christina grapples with the tough realities of recovery, facing down frustrations with her appearance that surgery alone couldn't resolve. It's a raw look at the tough road of healing and the mental hurdles that persist. Fasten your seatbelts. Her journey through recovery terrain is gripping and full of bumps.
It's been almost a month since I had skin surgery on my arms. It's been really hard. I've been kind of negative, and I'm not too happy about the way I look. I just thought that after surgery, I would feel so much better about myself. I'm grateful for the opportunities I've had to get my life back, but I don't know why I feel this way.
Oh man, I just sleep.
Good.
Health alarm bells ring. Christina's drastic calorie cut sparks a major health intervention. Her doctor steps in, spotlighting the dire need for nutritional balance and tackling the mental ghosts influencing her eating habits. It's a crucial confrontation with reality, lending serious health advice with a dose of necessary tough love. Watch as she navigates these choppy nutritional waters next.
It's 160. Wow. I was not expecting that at all. I feel good about Dr. Now approving me.
Hello, how are you today? All right, I see you down to 160. What's going on with your eating habit?
What do you mean?
You lost 13 pounds in the last month. That's too much for somebody your weight. So what do you eat for breakfast?
Muscle up Buttercup. Prescribed a regimen of prednisone and protein shakes, Christina is on a mission to bulk up healthily. Addressing her fears head on, her doctor pushes her to confront her anorexic tendencies post-weight loss. It's a twist in her health narrative that introduces new challenges. Gear up. Her journey to Muscle Town is both rocky and rewarding.
Prednisone to develop some muscle mass. And I want you to take this protein shake every day. Yes, because you need to gain muscle weight. You're always becoming anorexic from the fear of gaining weight. Looking at your concave collarbone, I can see that you do not have enough body fat. So you need that to worry about.
Weigh-in time brings nerves and triumph. As she preps for leg surgery, Christina reflects on her monumental drop from 708 pounds, now with the green light from her doc. It's a testament to her enduring spirit and the meticulous recalibrations of her health plan. This next chapter in her surgical saga is loaded with anticipation and hope. Stay tuned. The road to recovery is paved with surprises.
At Dr. Now's office to see if I've gained enough weight to get approved for my leg surgery.
177.4.
It's still a little hard for me to see that number go up. I did what Dr. Now wanted and gained some weight.
Hello. Okay, so you're weighing 177? That's good. That's 17 pounds up.
Imagine waking up feeling like you're in Alcatraz. That's Charles every morning. He experiences severe discomfort each morning, waking up to a body he describes as feeling like a prison. He struggles to get out of bed due to shortness of breath and intense knee pain when walking just a short distance to the bathroom. This morning ritual emphasizes his physical limitations and the pain he endures daily. Buckle up because you won't believe what's next.
It's scary waking up because everything gets a little harder each morning. My body feels like a prison. I feel like I'm trapped. Like, I can get up and out of bed, but I get short of breath walking to the bathroom from my bed. I'll start losing my breath. On a bad day, as soon as I get up, you'll hear my knees like...
Guess who can't even sneeze without help? Yep, it's Charles. He relies heavily on his caretaker, initially his mother's caretaker, for basic hygiene and mobility assistance. He cannot fit in his shower anymore and has difficulty standing for more than 15 seconds without experiencing knee pain, highlighting his dependence on others for even the most personal tasks. Stay tuned. The breakfast saga is about to unfold.
I live by myself and I wouldn't survive. That's why I love my caretaker. She's the best thing. Like, I love her. Awesome. Before me, she was my mom's caretaker. First she'll wash my hair, then she'll wash my back. I don't fit in my shower, so I have to put my head over the tub. But I've got it so big now that I can't stay standing for more than 15 seconds.
Breakfast at Charles's is more intense than a season finale. He discusses his breakfast routine, which involves a high-calorie meal prepared by his sister, who also acts as his caregiver. This segment illustrates the dynamics within the family, his reliance on his siblings for daily meals, and the emotional support they provide, reflecting deeper bonds formed through shared responsibility. Next up, let's dive into Charles's backstory, which is wilder than a soap opera.
What are we gonna have for breakfast?
5 eggs, scrambled with cheese, biscuits.
Okay, how many sausages?
7.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna get it ready for you.
Thank you. I live here for free with my sister and brother, but I can't do anything for myself anymore. I have to have someone make all my meals.
Charles's childhood backstory could win a drama award. The show delves into Charles's troubled childhood, marked by his mother's methamphetamine addiction and the absence of a stable parental figure. This backdrop explains his emotional and physical struggle, where food provided comfort that was otherwise missing from his unstable environment. Brace yourself. High school is even more of a roller coaster.
This is an addiction. It does make me happy and it makes me feel good. But a lot of my weight came after rehab, after I quit doing drugs. I come from a big family, but not like the Brady Bunch, you'd say. But my mom was a drug addict. She did meth. She was still a good mom. She still took care of her kids first, and then...
High school for Charles was no musical. It was more like a thriller. During high school, Charles's weight and drug use escalated as he sought acceptance in the wrong crowd. This period of his life led to his eventual homelessness and severe drug addiction, showing a cycle of neglect and poor decisions that mirrored his mother's path. And just when you think it can't get any crazier, enter rehab.
I was going on like 250 to 300 pounds. I started hanging out with the wrong crew. That's when drugs came into my life. It just got out of control from there. I guess my mom felt guilty that I was on my way to winding up like her. Her way of handling that was just to throw me out in the street. So I moved in with my grandparents full time. I would chase any high I can get.
Rehab time, and not the spa kind. Charles's attempt at a fresh start is more challenging than a double espresso on a Monday morning. After a tumultuous period of homelessness and drug abuse, Charles seeks help and enters rehab. Post-rehab, while he stops using drugs, his addiction shifts towards food, leading to rapid weight gain. This transition highlights the ongoing battle with addiction, simply shifting from one form to another. But hold the phone, because family intervention is just around the corner.
My sister finally said, hey, we gotta do something. That's when me and my brother came out of the hotels and came back here.
Bradley, wanna help me make a list for the store?
Yeah, let's do this.
And then we're gonna get some soda.
Probably need to get some milk and eggs, maybe some bread.
Everybody in my family has tried drugs. It's hard to say if it was genetic, but I definitely think being around it.
The scene kicks off with an emotional bang. The participant discusses their deep, almost poetic relationship with food, describing it as a steadfast companion that sweeps away stress. They acknowledge the unhealthiness of their eating habits, but recognize the monumental challenge in breaking such deeply ingrained behaviors. The atmosphere is thick with emotion, promising more eye-opening moments just around the corner.
It's like my best friend. Can I have some juice, Miss V? When I eat, it takes the stress away. That's what I do to help me cope with things.
I need a roller cart.
Right.
We gonna have to get one.
I know that the food is unhealthy and it's not good for me, but with the habit that I had so long, it's hard to change it.
This next part is a real tearjerker. The narrative takes a gut-wrenching turn with the sudden death of the participant's mother from a severe asthma attack, marking a pivotal, life-altering event. The emotional recount of trying to wake their mother in the hospital, only to face the reality of her death, is heartbreakingly vivid. Brace yourself as the emotional roller coaster only dips lower from here.
Mother had asthma real bad, so one night she was having an attack. So my older brother Terry took Mom to the hospital, and before she left, she said, if I don't make it back, tell everybody I love her. But, you know, I'm not thinking that it's a possibility that my mom not gonna come back. So when we got to the hospital, when we went in the room, me and my sister.
Watch how a life turns upside down in the blink of an eye. After the death of their mother, the participant finds solace in food, transforming it into a source of comfort amid overwhelming grief and loneliness. With their father moving away soon after, they were left in an even more precarious emotional state. They find a new semblance of family with their sister, yet the void left by their parents is cavernous and dark. The tale grows deeper, revealing the rocky path they walked during their teenage years.
When my mom passed away, I started to turn food into a comfort. Food took my painful thoughts away, and it made me happy for that moment. When my mom passed away, my father moved away 3 months later with a lady that I didn't get along with. I moved in with my older sister, which is my only sister. I stayed with her for a few years.
Now, this is where things get really interesting. During their teenage years, the participant strikes out on their own with some reluctant help from their father, who signs a lease for them. This newfound independence comes with its own set of challenges, as they describe a profound sense of loneliness and the absence of necessary parental support, which leads to significant weight gain and emotional distress. Keep watching, as we're about to see how these formative years continue to echo throughout their life.
When I turned 15, I got my own place. And I was only able to do that because my dad came through and signed for the lease in his own name. And I just been on my own ever since. So my dad being the type of man that he is, financial-wise, he did what he could, but as a child, he wasn't available, you know, to be there when I needed him the most.
Just when you thought you'd heard it all. In this final segment, the participant reflects on the enduring impact of their early adversities on their physical and mental health. They discuss the relentless battle with weight and depression, underscoring the complex challenges they face in managing their health. A family member steps in, highlighting the importance of taking control and lending support. The journey is nowhere near its end, and what comes next is both uplifting and a real cliffhanger.
I was going to drop out of school, but my godmother got a hold of me and made me finish.
LaTanya going through a depression. She started eating more and staying to herself a lot, and that bothered me. I can't really explain it, but she changed a lot.
As I got grown, I just got comfortable with life. And
can you believe what just happened? The segment kicks off with the patient opening up about her past attempts at managing her weight with exercise and diet routine. However, she explains that after an injury led to her using a motorized wheelchair, her activity levels plummeted and her health spiraled downward. In this tough time, she found an unexpected pillar of support in her fiancé, who reached out while he was incarcerated. Just when you think you've seen it all, the story takes a hopeful twist. Here's where it gets even juicier. Reflecting on her earlier appointment with Dr. Dr. Now. The patient felt overlooked as she wasn't ready to fully commit to his program back then. Now realizing the stakes, she's thinking about giving it another shot and truly committing. The scene wraps with a renewed sense of hope and determination. Buckle up because her next steps are just around the corner. And
she said she was walking, she was in the gym exercising. At some point, I guess, she stopped dieting, eating.
Like 5 years ago, I fell and broke my knee, so I went to the hospital, and that's when I got the motorized wheelchair. Once I sat down in one of those, it's like I never got back up here.
Now, this part will really make you think. We see her gearing up for a rare grocery trip, which is no small feat. The patient talks about the massive challenges and the physical toll of just getting out of the house due to her size and reduced mobility. She heavily relies on her nephew, Adrian, who's a regular helper, underlining her dependence on family to manage day-to-day life. The struggle is real, and just wait till you see how she tackles the grocery store.
Adrian got the key waiting for you outside.
Okay.
Cool.
I go grocery shopping maybe once a month because it's hard for me to get back and forth to the grocery store. Yeah. Would you tell Adrian I'm coming, please? And you guys can go on and get the boards and stuff ready.
This next scene is a real eye-opener. While grocery shopping, she shares how she copes with discomfort and exhaustion by sticking to her personal wheelchair, which keeps her more comfortable than the store-provided ones. She confesses to spending hours browsing the aisles, as these trips are rare pleasures for her. Food isn't just sustenance, it's her hobby, and she revels in picking out her favorites, especially the snack. Hang tight, because what comes next sheds even more light on her daily battle.
I climb in my van. That take a lot of energy, so before I can start the van and drive, I have to take a breath because it then took so much energy to do all that moving. What kind of drinks y'all think we should get?
Here's where things hit home. She dives into her frequent eating habits, detailing a laundry list of foods she indulges in throughout the day, favoring snacks over regular meals. The segment ends with her eagerly anticipating getting back to her car to munch on some chips, highlighting her ongoing comfort seeking through food. Stay tuned, the ride through her emotional landscape is about to get bumpier.
Jambalaya rice, macaroni and cheese. I love chips, I like candy, cakes, cookies, sweet stuff like that. I love cereal. Some days I don't even eat regular food. I just eat snacks all day. Thank you for your time. You too. Be blessed. Food is my comfort zone, and I'm just trying to get out, get in the car, so I can eat chips,